What's going on YouTube? It's I with the Boat, and today I will be highlighting news from the latest TEPPEN Headline that includes a new franchise, hero release, and much more. Let's get started. So first to be highlighted, we have the secret art wall jump that Karan won the right to design and also have immortalized into TEPPEN. And as you can see in the background, there is Karan's name in the wall where Feline is jumping from. And this is a very special wall jump because every player in TEPPEN will be getting 3 copies of this secret art wall jump. Next in the highlights, we have the World Championship 2021 schedule online tournaments. This was announced in the TEPPEN World Championships 2020. They were giving us a little bit of detail of how this was going to go down, and now we have a schedule. So all of the dates and times here are in JST, so that's going to be in the Japan time zone, and Japan is 14 hours ahead of us, so generally it's going to be us being a day behind. Now, with these dates in mind, you'll see that there is a prerequisite column and then there's a finals column. So the prerequisite column is essentially kind of like a qualifier round, and anybody can join that. And what'll happen is you'll have players from all around the world in these brackets, and they will face off to find how many people it'll take to get to, the top 32. Once the top 32 is determined, then those top 32 players will head into the final round, which is on a later date in the same month. Now that finals round is going to have, here I'll show you, a bracket, and you will have 32 players participating in a final tournament with this type of bracket. And you'll see the seating here, they have it already made out. Like, for example, the first game is going to be, top 1 seed against top 32 on the bottom left hand corner, and then they'll just keep going all the way up and get into the finals. So the seeding is already done, but it is very important to keep a schedule of these dates because they will tell you about when there's going to be a tournament that you will want to probably participate in, and then also the dates for the final round tournaments. It is important to know if you are unable to participate in the finals date, please do not sign up for the prerequisite date. And here's a little graph showing what the process is. So there is going to be entry signups on March 29th, and then the actual prerequisite tournament is going to be on April 4th. There's going to be results collected, and then you have the entry signups for the top 32 players. This is effectively kind of like a verification, like, hey, can you play in the tournament? And then people prepare, and then you'll get into the finals on the 24th. Now there is going to be 2 days. Okay, the first day is going to have the top 32 players, and I believe day 2 is going to be top 8. And next up, we have the TEPPEN Award 2021 special match confirmed. This is effectively kind of like a grand finals between 4 players, and the players that they're looking for is the first player is going to be the one that has the most total tour point ranking. So this is combining rank match and online tournament tour points. The second player will be the one that has the most rank match tour point ranking. The third player will be the one that has the most tournament tour point ranking. So those are for the tournament players. And then the fourth player is going to be Karan, which was the world champion of 2020. Now I do want to break here for a quick second because we are going to go into the next set expansion as well as the new hero. So if you haven't seen the new trailer, I highly recommend pausing this video and going to Play TEPPEN's YouTube channel and checking out the English dub trailer for the new card expansion and hero reveal. And then we have a new set. So this is a Dark Agenda, aka Ada. This is going to be a set where it introduces the Strider franchise, but Ada Wong is our new hero, representing purple. There are many card spoilers and also card art already on the main website that I would highly recommend checking out, but also in the video they share a bunch of other cards as well, and I will be going over those in a separate video and rating them each. Here they wanted to show that they are reintroducing every hero in TEPPEN as a card. In this expansion there's going to be unit cards with new art, new abilities for every playable hero in TEPPEN. Additionally, action cards will have illustrations showing Ada's perspective while in the Land of Illusion. Also in the headline is the TEPPEN Valentines Answers and Explanation segment. So this was effectively a quiz that we all took in January, and we got free pack tickets for doing it. And in addition to this, they basically go over the answers and the questions with us to kind of go over the TEPPEN lore. So I highly recommend checking out the original TEPPEN headline VOD with the English coverage, because there was the TEPPEN lore explained while also covering dev notes. So I highly recommend checking that out if that is your thing, because they do go over a lot of dev notes. Next up, we have a new campaign, but also in the top right hand corner you will see that we have a new login screen. So this new login screen features all 16 playable heroes in TEPPEN, and not only that, this new campaign is celebrating a dark agenda by giving everybody 10 packs. So this is great for current players, this is also great for new players. So if you have a friend that is a Capcom fan, highly recommend getting them in, because they will get those 10 packs for an instant collection and will be able to be greeted by many different characters from the Capcom universe. For us, this will start in February 28th. And last but not least, we have Standard and Unlimited format explained. So Standard is to keep a game fresh by cycling older cards, so that way a game doesn't have many cards that do the same thing. For example, in Red, most of their cards deal damage, so you don't really want 2 or 3 years worth of cards to do the same amount of damage, and just one card is primarily better than the other. But also another good example is Black, for example, because Black has a lot of destroy cards, so you really don't want Black to have 30 cards that destroy cards on the field. In addition, this also allows for metas to not be too random by having so many archetypes. So this really keeps the meta controlled for the standard format. This is really good for competitive card game players. So let's talk about Unlimited. So Unlimited is a format where all cards are usable. This is effectively a way for you to be able to still use all the cards you've collected thus far. And then we've been waiting for this for so long, since it was initially announced, that I would suspect that older cards will still retain value, because we've been waiting so long that there's probably something special planned around the Unlimited format. So I would definitely keep a hold of your cards and stay tuned. It is possible for you to reap your cards, but you don't want to reap them in case that you will need them in the future. So keep your old cards until you absolutely need to destroy them for new cards. Even then, try to keep one deck. So what's rotating out? Rotating out is going to be Day of Nightmares, the Devil's Awaken, and the Four Seekers. That's 3 sets that are very pivotal to the TEPPEN meta that we know now. So I'm very excited for all 3 of these sets to rotate, because I do feel the game has gone stale, has too many choices to be knowing what's going to be out there, and decks being too strong. So I'm really excited. So there is one setback. The standard Unlimited set rotation will not happen until May, so this does not affect the Ada expansion, meaning that we will still have all of these sets into standard come the next expansion, next update. But that's okay, because we're only waiting for 2 months until this actually happens. And after this happens, any set moving forward that comes into TEPPEN will rotate the oldest card set, and that will help keep the meta fresh and the game fun. I'm really excited for these sets to be rotated. Specifically, the Four Seekers rotating means that players cannot do Alexia Ashford and Alfred Ashford, where they get to kill 2 of your units by just playing 2 cards. So this is going to be very fun for players. I do want everybody to be excited by this piece of news, because this means that TEPPEN is returning to its former glory, where the game really depended on skill and didn't have too many broken stuff happening. And here's a QR code. This looks like it's only going to be good until sometime tomorrow midday, so I highly recommend, as soon as you see this QR code, try to share it with a friend. This QR code will get you 2 pack tickets from the new set. All you have to do is just get your TEPPEN device and then scan the QR code. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy my content, please leave a like, subscribe, and maybe even a comment if you have any questions. Thank you for stopping by for the TEPPEN headline highlights, and I hope you guys have a great week.